Hi, this is George Antone here, and the question I have for you is, how do you make the best financial decision? So I want you to think about this for a second. You have a deal, or you have some kind of objective you want to get to, financial goal you want to get to. How do you make the best financial decision to get there, or on the deal, whatever it is? So this is one of the common questions I keep getting as I've spoken in different events and conferences. And so what I wanted to do was address that right now because this might help you get unstuck about that question. So with that, buckle up and let's go ahead and dive in. Making the best financial decisions. Now, we talked about in the previous video that if you think about your decisions, let's just say this is your goal here. You want to get to a certain dollar amount, and you are here today, and your goal is to get from here to here as fast as possible. So this is your timeline, and this is mostly decisions. And you have to know that you're making decisions to move you along this path. But the problem is the word decisions is very misleading in a way. So let me share with you why. Let me draw you as an investor. Let's just say this is you. And let's just say you're wearing your hat. Okay, so let's just say this is you for a second. And this is your goal. Your goal is here. Your objective is to get to this goal, this financial goal. So let's just say you're faced with a deal. And so someone comes to you and says, I have a deal, and this is going to move you towards this goal. So here's what happens. When we talk about the best decisions, what most people think is, what decision, looking back, will get me here? This is what you're thinking. This is what most people are thinking. I want to get to this dollar amount, 100,000, a million, whatever it is. And so they start thinking, how can I get to this? What are the decisions I need to make to get to this? And so they want the sure thing, right? The sure thing. Unfortunately, it doesn't exist. And that's the problem. It turns out you have to reframe the way you think about the best decision. It turns out the best decision is looking forward. The best decision is with what you know, with what you know. What are the facts? What are the facts? What experience do you have? So it turns out what I want you to get for now is that when you make the best decision, it is the best decision from where you are today, looking with the facts, moving forward. In other words, it might not be the best decision when you get here. In fact, you might lose money along the way. But the way to make the best decision, you cannot go to the future and move backward. But the first step is to recognize that the word best decisions, the words, when we talk about best decision, it's from where you are. I want you to really think about this because this is what holds most people back. They think, how do I get there? And so the best decision is from here backwards, but it's impossible. You have to recognize that the best decision is from where you are today with what you know today. What are the facts? So now you start by recognizing this fact. It's from where you are today. So that leads to number 2. So number 2 says, well, hold on a second. If this is what I know, then by expanding what I know, I have a better chance. So what you want to do is you want to improve your decisions. Right? The way you improve your decision is with knowledge. I'm going to expand on that here in a second. But let me write this. With knowledge, experience you have, and perhaps guidance, right? And I'm sure we can expand on this. So here's what we're talking about. You're going to have, let's see, experience that you've had, mistakes that you've made. By the way, mistakes, you cannot move forward in life because mistakes are the best ways to learn. They're the best teachers. I'm going to put here best teachers. Mistakes are your best teachers. I cannot stress that enough. In fact, I don't know anyone that can get to their goals without going through and making mistakes, because that's how you learn. And so I'm going to draw in here. This is almost like a light bulb. I don't know how to draw a light bulb, but I think you see what I mean. Okay, so this is from knowledge you have. So both of these are knowledge, okay, and also maybe guidance from people that have done it before. So I'm going to put team here. So you want to have, for example, people that have done it before. So you have a team, you have knowledge. And so where do you get knowledge from? One of the first things we're going to recommend is everything we're teaching you with wealth principles. This is critical that you learn this. These are all free videos we're giving you. This is what we call level 1. Level 1, and obviously there's other things here, but this is one of the things that we're going to highly recommend. Watch all the videos, because through these videos we teach you so much, we're giving you so much information that can help you improve this. So let's go back to this. We're talking about making the best decision. Recognize it's from where you are today, you can make the best decision. You cannot look backwards. And so you have to build the knowledge and the facts. Get as many facts about this. Improve your decisions with knowledge, experience, and guidance and facts that you have about the deal. Okay. And third, one of the things we're going to be recommending in the future is to start building what's called an investor framework. Every single sophisticated investor has an investor framework. So, and I'll do a whole video on this, but everything you've learned, all of these things, all your wealth principles, everything here, all of these things come into your investment framework. So think of this as almost like a checklist. It's much more than a checklist, but just for now, just to keep it simple. What you're going to do is you're going to end up with an investment framework, okay, that gives you a lot of this information that you've learned over time. So this keeps growing, and it's an evergreen, it's a living document. And so one of the things we do as a company is we give all our members, we have a 1-day class where we help them build an investment framework. Okay. And so if that's something of interest, by the way, just we'll have the link right below this video. But let's go back to this. This is a way where you can always remember all the mistakes, all the knowledge, everything. You narrow it down to things like processes. Again, I'll have a whole video on this, checklists, etc. Okay. So let's go back to decisions. The thing that holds most people back is, I want to make the best decision. I want to make the right decision to get there. So it doesn't exist. What you have to reframe is, how do you get the best decision is from where you are today. You have to look at from where you are, and you look at, what do you know? Okay, what do you know that will help you make better decisions? And what are the facts? So number 2 is improve your decisions with these things. Guidance from people who have done it before, knowledge. Use all the videos we're giving you. Okay, we're giving you all these videos in this channel. Use them, because this helps you build your knowledge, and this knowledge comes from experience, my experience, and other people. Okay, so Build this because it's going to help you make better decisions. And so every sophisticated investor is constantly improving this. I'm going to tell you something here in a second. And finally, you build an investor framework. So let me wrap it up by saying this. The most important skill, the one thing that has the power to make you the most money in wealth building is your decision making. And by constantly making better decisions and improving your decision making, and realize mistakes will help you make this better. Okay, so mistakes is part of the formula here. You cannot get to this without going through and making mistakes. But this is the most important thing you can build. This is wealth building right here. Decisions you make will decide where you are financially 5 years from now, 3 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. It all boils down to decision making. And this is how you improve it. Okay? This is how you improve it. I'm giving you the sort of the blueprint here. Make sure you work on this. So hopefully you enjoy that content. If you want more of that, go ahead and like and subscribe to our channel. We are big believers in sharing content and training that can change your life. Also, for anyone wanting a copy of the drawing I just did, download the PDF of that right below this video. You'll see a link in the description. Go ahead and download that. In fact, I would highly recommend you read some of the description we have, because we always have links to videos in there that might be very appropriate or correspond to the one you just watched. Now, as a company, all we do day in and day out is we help people like you start seeing a transformation in their life. We focus on implementation. So anytime you're ready, we're here for you. Go ahead and click on the link below and let us know when you're ready, and we'll get you going. Okay. So with that, I'll see you in the next video.